Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sidetrack here, bringing you the next episode in my Let's Play series. So, if you remember last episode, we kind of made this cart, and I was pretty proud of it. It seemed to be working just fine. However, I came down here today because I noticed that upstairs my farm had not been farming, and I was like, what's up with this? It's got power, it's still hooked up. And then I realized that chest down there is incredibly full, and then I just saw that happen. So, apparently, between last episode and this episode, and restarting things, I guess, this decided that it is too close to actually do anything. Now, I suppose I need to stop that before it goes flying off the track. So, we are going to slide everything back a ways. So, we need to... I wonder if I have enough cable. Hope I do. Alright. So, no, of course I don't. I dropped it off. Be right back. Okay, so we are going to replace this red net cable, and we're just going to pretty much slide it right over here. And put our detector track... Oh. I don't have any regular track, do I? Let's move this. That goes there. And this can go here. So, hopefully... Let's leave this redstone torch for just a second. Drop it there, and pop it back up. There we go. That's how I want it to look. Alright, now let's try this. In theory, it should work as we want it to. So it goes down here, picks up stuff out of that chest, and shoots on back this way. Excellent. There we go. Now that should work. I hope it doesn't get broken again. Alright, so let's take a trip back upstairs. Okay, I didn't know that was there. But it got us about where we want it to be. Okay, let's see. And my dogs are running around like crazy, if you can hear them in the background. Alright, so the reason we kind of fixed that, and that'll hopefully alleviate the problems that I have at the farm. But then there's another kind of pressing problem. And you'll notice as I step on here. This I actually just made, and it's over halfway full. And everything else is, well, that one isn't full right now. Wonder what happened. Everything else is practically full. Oh, I know what happened. I took out a couple of things. No, still not full. I have no idea, but it's practically full. It was earlier. Trust me. I don't know where it went. So what we're going to do is actually a couple things. I want to futz around with this system just a teeny tiny bit. I want to actually make some deep storage units, which are fairly simple. We are going to have to make ourselves some Eyes of Ender. 1, 2, I think we just needed 2, right? Whoops. And I think we have everything else. There we go. So we're going to make ourselves 4 deep storage units. And that should be enough. Let's see, we need carrots, potatoes, seeds, and what else are we getting from over there? Netherwort. Carrots, potatoes, seeds, netherwort. Oh, we probably ought to make some more because we're going to want... we're going to want some more because we're going to want some for cactus and some for reed. Blaze powder. Whoops. 2 more. Those go in there. This gets down here. Excellent. Now we have 8 deep storage units. The next thing that we're going to want to do, because we're going to want to attach these deep storage units up to our crafting network, we need to make some ME storage bus. Let's see, the storage bus. We don't want a fuzzy storage bus. We want a regular storage bus. It's right here. So the storage bus allows you to connect any chest or any basically inventory up to your ME network. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to need an interface, and we need a conversion matrix, and we're going to need some flux of dust. Okay, let me go grab all this stuff, and then we will go ahead and craft these. Alright, so I've got some more ME basic processors cooking upstairs with the lasers from our build craft. And what we're going to do in the meantime is kind of take some of these ME cables, and I'm trying not to make too many of them. Well, I guess I'm going to need them for other things anyway. And I've kind of got a place that I think I'm going to put this. So our ME system is up here. And I kind of have this room over here that was really part of a cave system. You can see the cave actually went down that way and kind of over through there, I think. And what we're going to do is turn into a bat so we can squeeze up through here. But we're going to send our cable kind of from over here up and around. Now, ultimately, I also carved this area out a little while ago. This is, I think we're going to set up our biofuel, I believe. And so we bring our ME cable down. We're going to need some more ME cable, I think. Well, we might be okay. We'll find out. All right, let's turn back into ourselves and go see how many of those basic processors we've made. Probably like 1. Oh, we made 3. Okay, well that's getting us started. And do we have plenty of silicon, decent amount of gold? Excellent. We'll check back up on that in a second. Now I already had 2 that were made before. So we need to make ourselves a couple of conversion matrices. Now we're going to need a conversion matrices for every ME storage bus, because that's pretty much how it's made. So let's see. I think we'll make 6 right now. Well, I guess we'll make 5 right now. And clear that. Let's see. All we need is some cable. Not bad. All right. So then we're going to make our storage buses. And, oh, running out of ME cable. Need to make some more of that. That one. We're going to have to get some more glass here in a second. But not yet. Cool. Alright, so let's go downstairs. Let me show you a little bit, if you're not already familiar with, how these things work. Okay, so I'm just going to set them up kind of right here. Now, the deep storage unit is really cool. It can store like 2 million of any item or something crazy like that. And so if you hold down Shift and you drop the storage bus on here, you just go ahead and connect it. Now, hopefully we can put these things in here before anything else gets added. Excellent. Okay, so the storage buses are all set up in there. Now, you could move everything by hand. You could take it out, drop it in the storage bus, and, you know, like, hi, Sophie. Just go ahead and do it this way. I keep trying to spell pop. And that would work. It would be fine. It, you know, I don't think I would do it that way. The other thing we can do is we can make a, no, it's just IO. No, let's see. And I'm going to have to go take care of my dog because she is driving me crazy. An ME IO port. So the ME IO port, we're going to have to make 2 drives, some more processors, which is going to be even more processors. So we're going to have to wait for this upstairs to finish doing what it's doing. Well, and we're back. We've got a couple of processors. My dog is no longer whining at me. I took her outside. She didn't do anything, but it seemed to make her happy. So, oh, need some more iron. One more stack of iron. Throw that in here, not the cobblestone. Grab the other one of these. And more glass. Did I forget to grab glass? I have no idea. Alright, so our ME port. So what you can do with the IO port is actually kind of cool. You can, let's see, where do we want to set this? We don't want to hook it up all the time at the moment. Well, you know what? I don't care. Grab a cable. I'll grab both of them. You might need it. And 1, 2. Now we're going to put our IO port right here for the moment. Have to find another place for it in a little bit. And what we're going to actually do is take out all of our drives. Now, you put the drives, basically the way the I/O port works is you can take data off of the drives and put them onto, basically your system, or you can reverse it and take them from your system onto the drives. Well, we want to drain all of this junk that is on these drives into our system. And always active, move to output and ready. Well, all we have to do is turn it on. So what you're going to see is that these things should drain into our little storage buses. Oh, looks like I forgot to do this. So you want to set your partition storage, and you can click this button, which will configure it to only allow things that are actually stored in here. So it adds the caret since it was blank before. I think that might have been why it was not working, but we'll go upstairs and we'll check it out. Right, so we stand on the plate, and then these should get drained fairly quickly, and it looks like they are pretty much. We can just check by typing in, well, okay, we can just check by looking and seeing what's here. So we have 3,000 carrots, we have 1,000 cactus, we have all of these things, and the only place that these are stored are downstairs on our storage buses. So, pretty cool. Now, just to double check, make sure they're all in the right place. Yay, stored 2,000, yes. Oh, and I should also note that your deep storage units will tell you a slightly lower number on stored because they don't count this stack of 64. So if you add the 2, it will give you the true amount that you have stored. Now, what I'm going to do is actually break this because the I/O unit uses a bit of power that I don't really need to be using at the moment. Now, in just a little bit, once we set up our biofuel setup, we'll have more than enough power, and we'll just leave everything plugged in all the time. We'll actually probably get rid of this pressure plate too. But in order to get to that, we need a couple things. So if we're going to do biofuel, what I'm thinking of doing is Mine Factory Liquid's Bioreactor. Is it one word? Yes, it is. So the bioreactor. We need to get some slime balls, which we have. We're going to have to make ourselves a fermented spider eye, but that's pretty easy. I'm pretty sure I have all of that. And yeah, I think this should be quite simple. Let's see if I have the sugar in here. I do. Excellent. All right, fermented spider's eye. Pow. You know what? Let's make 2 of these. Could probably even make more with all this stuff that we're making. But we'll start with this. 1, 2 bioreactors. All right, so into the bioreactors, we're going to need to send stuff. Now, right now, we don't have enough to make an entirely filled bioreactor. So the basic rule with bioreactors is the more things you can put in them, the better off everything is. To put items into the bioreactor, we're going to use an export bus. X-P-O-R-T, an expot. I guess that's somebody who used to live in Colorado or California. Sorry. Precision export bus. We're going to need another ME interface, and for that we're going to need another conversion matrices. Use this, clear set, one of these, and where did that little cable go? And am I going to need some more ME cable? I am. Okay, I'm going to need a piston. So ME cable and piston. Well, ME cable is easy. I'll do it right next door. Here. No, I don't even need that. I just need fluxed glass on both sides. ME cable. Alright, and piston I should have right here. PIS. Excellent. Alright, so eventually we're going to have to make ourselves another export bus. And actually, I think I might have one over here. Nope, I don't. What a fail. Okay. I'm going to need to make some more cable at some point, but let's go ahead and get this kind of basically set up. So I want to put our bioreactor down here. And ultimately, we're going to have to make ourselves a nice large iron tank. But right now, I just kind of want to get it set up and maybe shift some of that stuff around or make some more, I guess. So, bioreactor. Let's put this just right against this wall, I guess. We could even set it up so that it is on the other side directly next to these, so I can get our cable to go right through. Alright, so let's see. Let's do it this way. Bioreactor, we can put one... Now I probably ought to put them down a little bit. Because we're going to want to have a little bit of room around it. I'm horrible with designing the layouts of things. I'll probably change this at some point. We need to have enough room to touch two sides of it and then an output. So, you know what? We ought to just put it right here. Think. We'll just cut ourselves a hole in the wall. Oh God, I'm so bad at decorating. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we'll put the precision export bus. Wait, we didn't make a precision export bus. Apparently we only made a basic one. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna come back upstairs. We really are gonna make a precision export bus. For the precision export bus, you need the basic export bus and a processor. There we go. So we're going to come down here. We are going to attach it right to the top. And then we're going to have to wire it up in a second. But let me show you this. So basically the way the bioreactor works is you want to put in as many different types of basically plants as you can. And dyes work as well. But seeds, saplings, and dyes is really what you're going to put in here. And netherwort works as well. And the more things you have in here, the more efficient it is. So the less of each item you need to make the same amount of, basically, biofuel. So let me go grab some more ME cable. I'll kind of get ready to hook this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I think I have most of what I need. So before I really set these up, I want to go ahead and put a lever on both of them and apply a redstone signal, because that will turn off the bioreactor. No matter what I put in there, it won't actually do anything. So you can see it sitting there, the seeds are in there, nothing's happening, which is what I want it to do. Because I don't want it to just eat up the first things I put in there, because if you'll notice, I put one thing in here and the efficiency is at 5 out of 1,425. But if I put two things in here, the efficiency jumps up a little bit. And so the more stuff you have in here, the better the efficiency is. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the precision import bus on both of these on the top. I'm going to put the basic import bus on the sides. And now I want to configure these to do what I want them to do. Now at the moment, we're going to use cactus. We're going to use pumpkin seeds. Whoops, messed up the cactus. Pumpkin seeds. We're going to use potatoes. And go ahead and move whole stacks of items. We're going to use seeds. We're going to use netherwort. Apparently I have a lot of netherwort. We're going to use carrots. And we're going to have to find something else to put in here. I think what I'm going to do is maybe if we have time today, we'll make a little bit of a tree farm, or we'll at least get set up for it. And we'll put saplings in here. And then the other thing, I really need to find myself some melons, but I guess that will come later. We will kind of use what we have. We have plenty of it, so I'm not terribly worried. Precision import bus is on the top. So potatoes, seeds, cactus, other seeds, netherwort. Okay. So you'll notice that I'm not really doing anything with the basic export bus. We're going to need it at some point because you'll notice that this has 8 slots and this has 9. So we'll have to put something else in there. But for now, this will work. Alright, now we need to take our basic cable and go ahead and shift click to connect it up. We're going to leave these unconnected for now because they're not doing anything, so I don't want them sucking power when there's no real point. Alright, so you'll notice that I'm using cactus green. So we're going to have to make a slight modification to our processing line. Let's change it to this side. So we're going to add cactus here, so the cactus will get furnaced and then sent along the way. We're going to also have to, and I probably can't reach from here, change on the furnaces that they should accept cactus. Well, that one is full of junk. This one, you know what, I'm not really using mud anymore, so this one can have cactus. So they'll both process cactus, which is pretty good. Let this one think. Alrighty. So at some point, I'm going to have to take some of this cactus out of here, which means we probably have to switch the other thing to cactus green instead of regular cactuses. We'll figure it out later. Alright, so cactus green can go in here. Let's grab a couple of these and get them into our furnaces. And we should notice that downstairs, this should be starting to dump stuff, ignore redstone signal for now, into our bioreactors. Let's go take a look. Cross our fingers. Uh-oh, it filled it up with netherwort. I should have seen this coming. So, what we want to do is actually start by populating this. And let's see. We want to add, you know what, let me go grab a bunch of stacks. I should have remembered this. Stupid me. But that's okay. Be right back. Alright, well, we've got, it's as set up as it's going to get for the moment. We've got 6 different items in here. Doesn't give us the best efficiency in the world, but I have so much of this stuff, I'm not that worried about efficiency at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and turn these on. And you'll see that they will start to burn through a fair amount of these items, and we'll start making fuel. So it's going to start basically turning this buffer into fuel, which is pretty cool. So we're going to take this fuel, and I've got myself some fluiducts, and I'm going to probably, for the moment, just kind of run it up and around. I ultimately actually want to connect it into something kind of like this, and so I suppose we ought to go make ourselves a couple more engines, because these are running on liquefied coal, and we're going to run these on biofuel. So upstairs we go. And you know, I actually want to turn this off because I think I want to eventually convert this from liquefied coal all into biofuel. At least that's my current thought. So we need to not click on the controller, we need to click on the actual thing. And we want to make ourselves some, what are those, compression engines? Compression dynamos. Alright, so for compression dynamos we need some tin gears, and for tin gears we don't need that tin gear. We're going to do the other tin gear. Wow. Tin. We're going to take some iron, slap it in the middle, because it's easier than trying to make all those other gears to work our way up to it. Throw all this in here. Get rid of the silicone and the amber and the dirt and the coal coke and the cactus for the moment. Excellent. So I don't know how many we want to make. That'd be 3. This would be 4, 6, 7, 8. Let's make 8. Our compression dynamos need some redstone transmission cables, so we need. Add a redstone. This is what we're also going to have to do. We're going to have to add all these other items to our ME cable, our ME system. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And I think that'll do it. Nope. What are we missing? Oh, the gears. Yeah, that would be good to actually put those in there. Cool. So 8 compression dynamos. We're going to have to hook them up to the water system. I wonder if it's going to be enough. Well, we'll find out. So let's go down here and put these someplace kind of central. Little side picker. All right. And we've got our water that comes through here. Okay. So let's put these guys about here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I suppose we need some hardened cable in the middle. And I guess we probably ought to rotate them. Really, it would have been smarter just to go ahead and put the cable down first, but that's okay. Dot, 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 dot. Excellent. We're going to have to get some more hardened cable here in a moment. Actually, why don't I run and grab then do that right? Well, we'll fluid duct them first. Let's do what we did here and send the fluid ducts down the side. Just for consistency's sake. These are the right ones, right? Make sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. And let's go ahead and connect these down through the floor. I'll go back and fix the floor in a little bit. Doot, doot. And let's connect them on this side. I have to turn the lights back on in a second. Fluid duct, fluid duct. Alright, that one's connected. I like doing all these stupid things, like all the plumbing and I don't know. Alright, so let's send this. You know, I bet you we can get one out of the bottom of the... So you can do this without flooding ourselves. Uh-oh. Nope, can't do it without flooding ourselves. That's okay. Come here, you. There we go. And... oh, no, that goes out of that way. Well, let's send it this way. Do we have enough fluid ducts? I'm going to have to make myself some more fluid ducts here. Just for the biofuel. Cool. Well, this will start filling up, and we'll kind of find out if this is going to be one aqueous accumulator is enough to handle all of these engines. I'm kind of curious. Alright, so we need to grab some more fluid ducts, pipe one to the other. We need what, copper. Get rid of that. I think we still have some hardened glass in here. Almost positive we do. Yes, we do. Although we're going to have to make some more of that. And that should be plenty. Fluid ducts. For right now, we're just going to pump it straight in. I think we'll probably do an iron tank over here, or maybe a steel tank and make it real fun. Okay, we need to send it in the sides. 1, 2. You know, here would be the smart thing to do. We could do the fluid ducts. Whatever. We'll do it this way. Hi, dog. What do you want again? And we'll leave ourselves some room if we want to make even more. Like a whole stack of these. Oh, I know, dog. I know. It'd be terrible. This is Sophie again. Cool. So these are making power, and we probably don't want them to do this right now. So we'll go ahead and turn them off. And the cool thing, at least I think it's cool, that these have a different color texture. Oh, I'm in a hole. Then when you're, so you see the purple stripe on there? When you are using coal, let's see if these are still running. Instead of purple, you probably can't see it. They have kind of this gray stripe, which I think is really neat. So it lets you very quickly see what your engines are running on. Alright, so these are filling up with biofuel. This is working away, destroying all this stuff that we've been gathering. And it's about time for me to say goodbye. So, yeah, we got our biofuel kind of set up and played a little with fixing our ME system so we have a bit more room in there, as you can see. Lots of room. Uh-oh, something just filled up. Well, maybe I'll have to play with this a little bit. I wonder what just... Oh, wow. Yeah. So we just filled it up with bread and probably pumpkins and maybe sugarcane. Well, so I think what I'm going to go do is make it, basically attach a couple more of those deep storage units for bread and all this other stuff that we have too much of. And I am probably going to go downstairs and dismantle our liquefied coal setup, just so I could have some room to work on our biofuel setup for next episode. So next episode we will kind of finish up or at least mostly finish up our biofuel setup. We'll have it, fully automated, and there's a really interesting idea that I have from Thaumcraft, because I researched the transvector dislocator, which basically takes one block and switches it with the place of another block. And I think that might be a really interesting solution to a slight power problem we've been having that I'll tell you about next go around. But until then, this is Sidetrack signing off. Hope you guys have a great day, and hope you enjoyed.